So, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hi. Welcome to Cowgirlblues presentation. Thank you. Welcome to the Cowgirlblues presentation. And today you'll see we have some gifts at the back there, and we have our festive hats with some bells on here. So we are quite Christmassy, quite festive today. And it's at 6 o'clock at night here. Can anyone tell me what time it is by you? It's probably in the morning or something like that.
Emily says it's morning.
Good morning,
Emily.
Good morning, Emily.
11 a.m. to Peggy.
Oh, that's very early. Thank you. And could you also tell us where you're from? Because Cowgirlblues is in Cape Town, South Africa. And where are you from? Oh, there's a 9 o'clock in Mexico. Hi, Mexico. Wow. We're famous. Oh,
yeah, we're famous.
Oh, Long Island, New York. Hi, Eileen.
Wow.
New York. Yeah. Hilton Head Island.
In the US. Wow. Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
I don't know where that is.
Oh,
Virginia, Ohio, Virginia, Ohio.
Hi, Ohio.
Wow.
Hi, Ohio. Nice. It's so nice to see people from everywhere, and it makes me actually nervous and very envious because you're all the way over there and I'm over here. And it's quite nice to interact with people that's across the board now that we can't go anywhere.
Not just behind, well, I want to say not just behind your computer, although you are still behind your computer. Oh, thank you. Leslie, Maryland borders Washington, D.C., Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and West Virginia. Wow, okay.
Oh,
wow. Okay, thanks.
I'm very nervous right now.
Yeah.
Very nervous.
California.
And for those, could I perhaps see who was at the presentation last night by pressing your thumbs up, and the reaction you'll see at the bottom of your screen, there's a reaction button. Just a thumbs up, just to let us know who was here last night or yesterday.
Annie has come back. Eileen is back.
Oh.
Valerie, Leslie. Okay, quite a lot of people that weren't here last night. Okay.
Thank you. Welcome to Cowgirlblues. Welcome. Yes, thank you for coming back. Yesterday was a bit crazy, and so we had a game show, a festive game show last night, and that totally killed us. And so today we're gonna down-tone it a little bit, and yeah.
So this is us down-toned.
This is us, and it's not as hot as it was yesterday.
Yes, yes.
So it's quite nice and comfy today. We do have a discount code, which is VKL December 21, and Katie will pop that in the chat, and that is only valid until the 14th of December. So you don't have too much time to wait to buy anything, but there's still enough time to buy, and then we can ship with DHL. And it takes about 5 to 7 days. So you still get your parcel before Christmas, if it's a gift for anyone. So a little bit, we have a short, can I even say short, agenda for today. So we will tell you a little bit about Cowgirlblues background. We will tell you introduce our yarns that we have. And then we have limited editions. December is quite special because Busiswa thought, I'll spoil everyone and make 2 limited editions. So that's up for tonight. And then we introduced some new yarn bundles, different from our knit kits. And then we will also reflect back on what was one of our best sellers for 2021. So to kick it off, the presentation. So I'll tell you a little bit about Cowgirlblues and how we started. So Bridget Henderson started in her kitchen. So before she started in the kitchen, she was in the corporate life, and that corporate life ran its course, and she is a very creative person, and it runs in the blood. And she saw an opportunity to deal with yarn and dyeing, and she took that and she ran with it. And here Cowgirlblues is 9-10 years down the line. And we are 12 beautiful young ladies, employed, all ladies, women empowerment. And she started in a kitchen, and up until today, she still have dye stains of where she started. And then from her kitchen, she grew up, opened a shop in Montebello, Newlands. And then from Montebello, Newlands, she went to Woodstock. And then from Woodstock, she opened a shop in the Watershed, which was there for 3-4 years. And unfortunately, last year we had to close due to COVID. And so all the fun is now happening in our studio in Maitland. All the love, all the happiness, all the magic takes place in our studio in Maitland. So whenever you come to Cape Town, please come and have a visit at our studio. You might be lucky and dye with Busiswa. And yes, and we will give you a tour of our studio as well. So all of that said was a lot. I forgot to introduce my ladies here. I have Miss Katie Thompson, which is a very new addition to our Cowgirlblues family. And we have Busiswa Machova, and she is our chief dyer. And they will, throughout the presentation, they will tell you a little bit about themselves and what they do. And I will give over to Katie, and she will introduce our yarns for you.
Yes, before I do that, I've just noticed 2 more comments on the chat, which is what I keep looking at when I look away from you all. The first one, Marsha, how is Bridget? I know she was ill last time. She's better. She actually did the show last night, but she's feeling a little bit tired again today, and so she's at home. And if she's feeling okay, she'll come back and do it tomorrow night. And she's actually knitting we think she's knitting the pattern.
Yes,
sorry, she's doing the pattern for these beanies, so that if anybody likes them as much as we do, they take 1 skein. So she'll put the pattern for these on the blog. That's what we think that she might be doing, but she's fine. And the second question was, what year did Bridget first start? It was almost 10
years ago.
Yeah, about 9-10. Yeah, almost 10 years ago, 9-10 years ago. I don't know the exact date. Yeah. Sorry, I hope that answers your question. Thanks. So now I'll tell you about the yarns. And I know we asked who was here last night, but I'm not sure who is actually new to Cowgirlblues. So sorry if you've actually heard this before, but I'll just run through it quickly, because it's good to know if you haven't purchased from Cowgirlblues before. So we have 7 yarn bases. I'm going to show them all to you in one color, because it's easier then for you to see the different weights. So these are our 4 merino
100%
100% wool. Thank you. So this one here is merino DK, then merino twist, merino lay single, and this one on the far, this one is our newest one. It's proper sock. And then there's 3 more, which Busi will hold up. So this one is our kid silk, our Aran single, and our fluffy. And
there are mohair blends.
yeah, thanks, Elmarie. These are all mohair blends. You can tell that I'm new. So these are all mohair blends. And yeah, and we'll chat a little bit about the fluffy later. Some of our newest bundles, yarn bundles, have the fluffy and have the fluffy. So that's the 7 new yarn weights, and then they all come in 30 of our semi-solid colors. And this is the color palette. So you can see all 30. It's nice, yes. So this is what Busi does. She's got recipes for all of these colors. So yes, there's 30 of all those yarn weights come in 30 of these colors. Thanks, Busi. Is it heavy? Can you manage? Thanks. Thanks. Emily was going to ask about the pattern, apparently. Nice. And then what we also have on the website is we have color cards. So you can see one set of color cards shows all, just holding it still for you, shows all 30 colors. And you can order the color cards in any of the yarn weights. It's a really nice thing just to have on hand if you're wanting to try out a new color or a new weight and you don't want to order a whole skein or a whole ball, then yeah, then a color card's a nice thing to have on hand. Choose your next project. So that's it about yarns. I think we'll now get Busi to tell you about her new limited edition, part one, which is the holiday series. We start with.
We'll start with these 2. This is a merino twist. We call them holiday feeling. The reason we call them holiday feeling is because we are on the first week of December. It's starting to feel like we are getting there to the holidays. That's why we call them holiday feeling. They are nice, they are beautiful. You must come and buy. They are limited. Very limited. And then after.
So this one is called holiday feeling.
And then this one is a merino twist also. We call them bubbly benini. As I say, for those, the first one, the holiday feeling. When it's when in the middle of December, now we are deep in holidays. We go everywhere, we do everything, we no stress, we just do everything, we just flow. And then we are in the bubbling beginning. Yeah, nice. You must come and buy them. Otherwise, this one we call them jelly and custard. The reason I call this one jelly and custard, on the big day in South Africa, 25 December, we have that big lunch. We cook food, we cook everything, and then there will be dessert after eating the food. That dessert will be called jelly and custard. So there will be those colors you see, like yellowish and greenish color and the red color. There will be those colors in that jelly and custard. And then we have the last one. This one, we call it a Christmas candy. Oh, those names. The reason we call this one Christmas candy, you know, when you decorate a tree, you put so many colors in that tree.
And the Christmas socks.
And that big Christmas socks, you put there. So there's so many colors, nice colors like your greenish, red color and the purplish. Yeah, you put it those colors and then you must come and buy them. They are limited. Let me show you all of them in one time. You see? They are nice colors. Even you can put some solid colors in. You can put like in this one, you can put orchid blush color. You put orchid blush, mix with orchid blush. It's nice, you see? It's nice. You can,
And all our limited editions are dyed in our merino twist, which is more equivalent to a sport weight of 4-ply.
they are nice. You must come and buy them.
Thank you, Busiswa.
They are limited.
Very limited.
Don't say I didn't say it. They are limited.
And for those that has just joined us, so far we have told you a little bit about the Cowgirlblues and how it started. And we have introduced our 7 yarn bases. And Busiswa has introduced her limited edition part 1. And we also have a VKL discount code, which is VKL December 21. And for those who are also new, we do have a newsletter that Bridget sends out every week. She posts patterns, anything that inspires her, anything that happens in the Cowgirlblues life. So you can subscribe at shopping at Cowgirlblues. There's a link and subscribe to our newsletter. So next on our agenda is Katie. She will introduce our Good Karma shawl.
Hi again. So this is the Good Karma shawl. I'm going to ask Busi to wear it for you and model it for you while Elmarie holds up the yarns. So it's a pattern that's been on the Cowgirlblues website for a while, but these are the original colorways that it was first knit in. So it's 1 skein of fluffy, and the original colorway is in Karma Chameleon. So 1 skein of fluffy, 1 skein of twist. 1 skein of DK. Thank you, I'm learning. 1 skein of DK, also Karma Chameleon, and then just for the contrast stripe, 1 ball of twist. And in this color, it's in aubergine. So the Karma Chameleon and the aubergine that she's wearing, oh, she's short, is so this is the original colorway. And now, just for you, for VKL for just December, we've launched 3 new colorways. The first one is 9 to 5 in fluffy, 9 to 5 in DK, and then the contrast stripe is in the terracotta in twist.
Valera asked, is fluffy mohair? Valera, yes, it is. It is 78% kit mohair, 13% wool, and 9% nylon. I hope that helps.
And sorry, I've just seen now there was also a question previously. Somebody asked what color what weight do we suggest getting the color cards in? I would say twist. Elmarie, what's a nice weight?
So depending on what your normal projects are, so twist would be a very nice start. And if you're more interested in the mohair blends, then I'll suggest the kit silk, because that takes the dyeing more differently than the merino bases. So I would choose between twist and kit silk. I hope that answers your question.
So this is the last color, the new color for the Good Karma shawl. This is my favorite color. Signs of Spring. is the fluffy, and Signs of Spring is the DK. Those are the two multis. And then for the contrast stripe, we've done is it Faded Rose?
Faded Rose,
Faded
yes.
Rose in twist. So you can see those yarn bundles on the website. And I think did I put a link? No, I'll pop a link in now. Yeah, so those are and now next on our agenda is to tell you about Busi. Busi's going to tell you about her next limited edition, her second limited edition for December.
Before that, ladies, we have forgotten the one most important part of today. The Benini Bubblies.
Yes. Benini Bubblies.
But it's not really bubbly because we are driving and we are on the clock today.
Yes. Do you have Benini? Because we've called Busiswa's yarn is a bubbly Benini. This one is bubbly Benini. And I'm just wondering if you have Benini, if it's just a South African thing, maybe. Not sure. Either way, we're not going to delay, if that's okay. Cheers. Although it's actually just grape tizer, but anyway. So cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
To the holidays, Busi. Although it is morning, but cheers to you all anyway.
Hasn't heard of it. So it's just
a South African thing, yes.
But you know, sparkles and champers and yes. So it's in that line.
That was just some grape tizer for us. So Busiswa's next, her next limited edition.
Sorry, Karen is asking what's the difference between the kid silk and the fluffy. So our kid silk is. So our kid silk is 70% kid mohair and 30% silk. And our fluffy is a much thicker strand, which is 78% kid mohair and 13% wool and 9% nylon. So it does have a little bit of stretch in that as well. And we will show you a project that was knitted in the fluffy weight as well. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Over to Busiswa.
So, my time again.
Your time to shine.
This one, we call them C. C to in Xhosa way is ulwandle. So when you go there by the sea, if you look there at the back there, you will not see like a sea green and the bluish. It's not the bluish. There at the back is like dark blue. So that's why we call this one sea.
And you can all learn four new Xhosa words from Busi today. Yes.
And then there is another one, green. This one we call them green grass, not green grass. Grass in Xhosa is inga. After winter, when it stops raining, you will see it growth like green grass. So that green grass, we call it inga. So that's why I call this one inga, because they are green, they are grass. So they are nice. You must come and buy them. They are limited. There's another one. This one, we call them sunset. Ukutshona kwelanga in Xhosa.
That is a tongue twister.
Oh, shit.
Tomorrow we don't have Busi on the show, so this is going to be beautiful for us to try and pronounce these words.
So we call those one ukutshona kwelanga. They are nice. You must come and buy them. Mhm. First one come, first one serve. There is another one. This one, we call them
Fire.
fire. Fire. You know fire. You know fire. Fire. You are afraid of a fire. You are not, must not come close to fire. But this one, they are not harmful. It's not a really fire. You can come and buy them. They are nice. They are soft.
What's
You
the
can,
Xhosa one?
And what are the names?
Umlilo in Xhosa name. Mhm. You must come and buy them. They are nice, they are soft. You see, you can make a blanket, you can make a socks, you can make a jersey. They feel soft. They are not itchy. You must come and buy them.
And that limited edition is also in 100% merino twist. And our twist is very nice for when you do baby jumpers or a nice knit or for a jersey or just a nice vest. And it's very nice, light and breathable. Yeah, so.
Were you answering Diana's question?
Oh, Diana asked. a
Yeah,
question.
no, Diana, you just said what base are you showing? So all of Busi's limited editions are already, or this time are in twist.
Merino twist. Yeah. Okay, so for those who entered now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Cowgirlblues. So far, we have told you a little about Cowgirlblues. We have introduced our 7 bases of yarn. We've showed you a project called the Good Karma Shawl, the yarn bundle. And Busiswa introduced her limited editions, part 1 and part 2. And now we are heading over to our mini box collection, which is very, very nice for gifting. Sorry. And we have created the mini box.
Sorry, you did.
Initially for the mini balls, initially for the proper sock, so that you can have contrast toes and heels. And we have created them in all of our yarn bases, in our DK, Aran, lace, kid silk, twist, proper sock. And they are beautiful, and they are all in our 30 semi-solid colors. So this is also a way of knowing what your knit project will look like, and you can choose from colors here. This is a very great present for me, and I can just have it against my wall over there and show and tell everyone, just look at my beautiful wool. Or if you have someone special and you want to gift them that will be perfect. And if you have a jersey or a shawl that you love and you want to juice it up a bit, just give it some vavavoom. Which then you can add a little bit of color or a neckline or even just a cuff on or a flower on there, so just to make it extra special. So that is our box collection, and I think I've mentioned it's in all of our yarn bases, and it's available on our website as well. And Miss Thompson has just popped in a link to the website to get that. And then the socks. Yes, she's very excited, because she might even get the pair of socks.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe the little pair.
Oh, wishful thinking. And then next we have a new yarn bundle, and Miss Katie will tell you a lot about this.
So we're especially showing you these as well after showing you the mini balls, because these yarn bundles come with a mini ball. So this is the project. It's called the Midnight Midnight Dancer socks. And there is a link to Ravelry where you can see the pattern. So Bridget knitted this pair for herself, and she knitted this pair from the leftover yarn for her niece, Annabelle, who I think everybody knows about. So this colorway is in one of our proper sock limited editions. Bridget's Blush, thank you. And we've combined it here with the frills and the toes. It's been combined with lemon. So that's the first colorway. Then we've put together 2 more colorways, but you can, if you're wanting to swap them out, you can also just put a note and say you'd prefer a different color mini ball. This one is Busiswa Blues. So this is the proper sock, and then we've combined it for the frills and the toes with, thank you, Ruby Grapefruit. And then the third combination for a yarn bundle is
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, yeah.
Sorry.
So yes, and then again, like I was saying, if you're not crazy about the combinations for the bundles that we've put together, you can just when you check out, you can just put a note that you'd prefer us to swap your mini with if you would like hot pink, for example, for the frills and the toes, you can swap out the emerald for the hot pink. So those are the Midnight Dancer socks. And I have just put a link in where you can see. Oh, thank you. She wants this so much. Yeah, so those are limited as well, just because when we did the multicolors for the proper sock, to launch the proper sock, we by we I mean Busiswa she didn't dye them in huge batches. So just those multicolors of proper sock are quite limited. So yes, that's our next. That's our next yarn bundles. Elmarie will now show you the brioche.
Yeah, and just on the deciding on which color that you want, and if you kind of struggling on which color goes with what, or if you want to see this color with this color, we are more than happy to send you some pictures. So you can drop us an email at shopping@Cowgirlblues. And I will be more than happy to help you with choosing colors. And yeah, so we can even email or WhatsApp, whatever is easy for you. And even if you want to substitute some wool for a pattern that you have and you need some assistance, you're more than welcome to drop us an email, shopping@Cowgirlblues. Yeah.
Eileen has just asked, the mini ball collection can be ordered in the kids silk. How many yarns in each? How many yards in each skein? So yes, the mini ball collection can be ordered in all 7 yarn bases. Each box, each collection comes with 30 colors. And your question, how many yards in each skein?
You could just tell me in meters rather than yards.
Can you just unmute yourself, or?
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, I had unmuted. I guess you had muted all. So you can just tell me how many meters are in each of the mini skeins. Do you know?
Can I look it up quickly?
It's
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, you can look.
Yeah.
Sure. In the meantime, next we'll do the big brioche. Yes. So we have an awesome new recreated big brioche scarf, and I think it was last year that Bridget attempted to do the big brioche pattern. 2 colorway brioche, and this was the outcome of that. So, and she used 1 skein of fluffy in Cape Carnival and 1 skein fluffy in natural. And as you can see, you get on both sides, sorry, Busiswa, on both sides, you can even see the reverse side on this side. So this one, you can see more, the solid line is the natural. where this side you'll see the line is more Cape Carnival. And this is quite nice for, especially for the cold winters. And at the end, the tips are, one tip is natural and the one tip is Cape Carnival, which is quite interesting. And we've also created 2 more colorways, which is Happy Days combined with Orchid Blush. And if you want to go more neutral, Under Pressure with Silver Fox, which is quite nice.
Was it Linda that asked?
Eileen.
Eileen. So there's different. Sorry, Eileen, I'm just looking it up now. If you, each one of the yarn bases has a different meterage, but the kid silk has 40 meters per ball, approximately 40 meters per ball.
And
Did you say 40, 40?
Correct.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to think of a project that I can use like a lot of the, like something colorful. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter who would love something, rainbow, using many of those.
And are you
Thank
looking
you.
specifically at the kid silk?
Maybe. I have to think about that. I have all your samples. Bridget had sent me in one of my orders, like samples of each of the 7 different bases. So I'm going to have to check and decide, but thank you so much.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
I'll put a link now in the chat with the Kids Silk mini collection, and you'll see there it has the meterage of each ball. But if you choose another one of them, each one you'll see on the website on the write up, it tells you what the meterage is per ball, per mini ball. Yeah.
And is everyone still happy? Are we still doing okay? Yes. You're not doing a bad job.
Always nerves.
I'm very nervous. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Next on our agenda is one of Ravelry's very popular scarves, which is called the Hitchhiker. And Katie,
Yes.
will introduce you to that.
Sorry, I'm just sending Eileen a little personal note there on the chat group. Sorry. Link. Am I modeling this or am I talking about this? Oh, if I'm talking about this, then I can't model it. Makes me too nervous to model and talk at the same time. The multitasking. So as Elmarie just said, this is the Hitchhiker. And my understanding is that it's the most liked or followed pattern on Ravelry. Is that right?
Yeah.
So this one is the original one that Bridget knit, and she did it in a stripe, but it's got a really beautiful kind of jagged edge. And it's quite small, it's quite petite. So it's compared to the big brioche, it's, yeah, you can just wear it. I think they call it a scarflet. Yeah, so I would always just want to wrap it round in like a little, yes, yeah. So we've done it in 3 colorways. And we've done it in more paired down tones. So if you see some of the images, if you look at the pattern, yeah, it's a little bit more muted, more tonal colors. So which one is this one? Are these also limited? Are these? Oh, this is Busiswa's some of her November limited editions. That's right. So these you'll see on the yarn bundles. So there's that colorway in faded rose. Thank you. And then this multi. Yeah, with Camp Spare. And it's all twist. Thank you. And that one with faded rose. And then a more tonal blue color.
And this is my favorite one because it's all blue.
Nice.
There we go.
And you can also choose your own colors. Okay, you can mix your own colors, the one that you like.
Yes. So that's the, yeah, that's the hitchhiker shawl, and then there's a link to the pattern and the 4 choices of colors that weave, the bundles that we put together, or as Busiswa says, you can choose your own colors. And then we've skipped something, the scrappy cushions.
No, we haven't skipped it. We're getting there.
Oh,
You're getting ahead of yourself.
sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Like water waves.
Before we get to that, is there any questions that we could answer? Or is there anything that you want to see before we continue? No? Okay. So next up, we have one of our newest additions to Cowgirlblues family, and Busiswa is going to tell you a little bit about that.
First, what can I tell you is that in Cowgirlblues, we don't throw anything away. We are recycling them. We use them again. We don't throw it away. Like this strappy yarn. These are a strappy yarn. So we made a cushion.
Where does the strappy yarn come from?
Answer that one. Where did it come from?
So
Well, you know where it comes from.
I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, but okay.
So the yarn, the scrappy yarn comes from when we wind our balls or skeins, and then there's this little skein, we call it skein ties, which keeps the yarn intact and it doesn't get tangled. So when it gets off from the scanning machine, it goes into dyeing, and it normally gets all crumpled up, and the skein ties gets dyed in that process as well. And when we twist or wind it into balls, then this is the end pieces that comes off the skein ties, and it gets thrown into buckets and just kept it one side for I don't know how long, and then this is what we develop. So we have bags and bags for this, and this is where this idea came from.
So we do this. We take those small yarn and put it on top of the fabric and sew it on the machine so that it can look like this, nice and soft. And then we put a fabric at the back, and also the label. We also put our label here in the corner there.
It's a Cape Town, a Cowgirlblues made in Cape Town label.
So they are soft. You can put them on top of the bed or on your couch. They are soft. You can even sleep on it.
So the fibers, obviously, if it's that it's all our scrappy, our factory scrap. It's a combination of wool and mohair and in all the different colors. So hence her saying it's so soft. Yeah, we don't ship them with the inners. The inners we just put in to show you, and they come in about 6, I think.
50 by 50.
Yes.
And 60 by 40.
And there's 6 different colors, which you can also see on the website. Maybe we'll just hold one up. So that's the green. Okay.
ones.
The pinks and reds.
ones
and
are
red.
red.
And obviously everyone is unique, is going to be unique. And the blues. And the other colors you'll have to see on the website.
And then also we have the project bags. The project bags. We also do, we take it the strappy, what is this called? The strappy fabric. And you sew it on top of the project bags so that it can look nice and so that it can look nice and interesting to buy. So you can put you can put your things here, you can put your kit wool inside, and then you can close it. And then it's nice for a present also. You can put your present and give it to me. Yeah. And then when we are sewing the strappy cushion, we cut the little yarns that are over the fabric. So after we cut them, we're making these, what is called? We're making
Gift
this,
tags.
the gift tag. And then we sew them at the back with sewing machine. They are nice. And then you can find these on the website. They are nice. You see, we do everything here by our hands. We don't use machines. It's our hands. Everything we do comes from our hands. Mhm.
Yeah, what's so nice about the scrappy tags is that the scrappy cushions and the scrappy project bags started as a way to use our waste. And then from that process, we then had further waste, which was the offcuts of the fabric, of the scrappy fabric. And that's how we ended up with the tags. So it's nice. It's almost just a waste from waste project. Yeah, because as Busi said, we don't like to throw anything away. We try and reuse everything. Yeah, and also the other thing is that two of the ladies here have learned to sew recently. So they're the ones that actually now make up the tags. They sew the tags and the cushions in the bags.
Okay, and we're almost more than halfway through.
We've got,
We have 8 more minutes.
yes. Okay.
Okay, I see the website is not taking the discount code. Katie will sort.
I'll try and sort that out.
Are you gluing the scraps to the fabric?
Stitching.
We are stitching it. We are stitching it. We are not gluing it. We put it on top of the fabric. We put the yarn, and then we put what is that called? That fabric dissolving. What? Ne?
Yes.
Put another fabric
We
on
put another
top.
fabric on top. Yeah.
And then
we sew.
it.
It's almost like an applique technique that we developed.
So last but not least, just to recap on one or two of our bestsellers for 2021. We have our Beehive blanket knit kit. And I think almost half of everyone that's here today has been knitting one of these or even customized them. And it also comes in 3 different colorways. So this is our Beehive blanket in our blues. And this is quite nice, especially if you have a relative or a grandchild or a daughter or a son coming in the near future or fair distant future. or if you have a friend that's going to have a baby, or even just you just have to over your knee kind of thing. This is beautiful, and it comes it's knitted up in 2 DK skeins and 5 twist balls in different colors. And it also comes in their own project bag, which is color coordinated with the scrappy patch. And inside the project bag, you get your pattern. You get your pattern, and there's also a step-by-step tutorial on our YouTube page if you get stuck with anything. So everything that you need is in, except for the knitting needles, but everything that you need to do, that you need for the beehive blanket is all in one bag. So
ladies, the 4 colors that I chose, that I showed you yesterday, do you think I'm a little crazy?
You mean the sweet dreams with the chili?
So as I had mentioned, I'm thinking about doing, because my daughter-in-law wants something very bright, and Harry Potter, like they picked out these colors. So it was the indigo, the chili pepper, the mustard, and I think I'm going to stick with the rainforest, I believe.
Yes.
Now, besides the sweet dreams, would there be any, in your opinion, any other multicolor that could be an option? Besides, it's just a thought, if there was another multicolor that you think would look good with those 4 colors.
I think the sweet dreams is the best option. Otherwise, the tambourine man, but the tambourine man is much more natural than
Right.
yeah. So the sweet dreams is your best bet.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
This will be the second one. The other one I had customized in blues and grays, and it came out absolutely beautiful. You know, different versions of your 2 of your blues, 2 of your grays, and I forget which multicolor I used, but came out beautiful. But this will be definitely different. But of course, you'll still give me a project bag. You could give me the blue one.
Yes,
I'll put it in my order.
It comes with a customized project bag. Yes.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And last but not least, I think we have so few minutes left. The second last best-selling knit kit is our I've got Sunshine Shawl, which Busiswa, almost say Bridget, Busiswa will model for us. And it also comes with its own project bag, and with his yarn inside, the yarn that you need, the 2 skeins of Cape Carnival in twist, and the 9 mini balls color-coded with a printed pattern. And we do have a step-by-step tutorial video on our YouTube channel if you get stuck with anything as well. Yeah.
There's a question here.
Yeah.
Karen, I'd like to see some of your pre-knit yarn swatches.
Sure. Is there any specific color that you would like to see?
Karen, is there any specific color that you wanted to see on the swatches? Let's show them.
So
we'll
here
start with
we have Karma Chameleon, and this is knitted in DK. And then this one is Karma Chameleon in Kid Silk. But here we played with a little bit of color, and we've introduced lace in natural. And here we introduced lace in mushroom with Kid Silk Karma Chameleon. Here we have lace in aubergine with Kid Silk Karma Chameleon. And here we have seagrass and lace with Karma Chameleon and Kid Silk.
maybe we can show some of the multicolors, our solid multicolors. Oh, sorry, yeah. I don't know.
And here we have our signs of spring
That's one thing we didn't show.
in DK. And as you can see, signs of spring in lace. The color comes out a little bit differently. Here we have Happy Days in Kid Silk. And then Happy Days in Aran. Here we have Tainted Love in Twist. Here we have Tambourine Man in Twist. And then Tambourine Man in Kid Silk. And here we have Under Pressure in Aran. And last but not least, our Cape Carnival in Twist. I hope that helps. Yeah, so I think that is it. Have I missed anything, ladies?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe
I wanted to know who made the beautiful weavings on the wall behind you.
Oh, that is that's been there for a very long time, and I think Bridget played around with weaving way back when. I know I started back 6 years ago, and they were here. They were in Woodstock, and now they're here. So, but I know Bridget was playing with one of them. I don't know if it's all three of them.
But she also,
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Bridget
Thank
also
you.
has a small, she's part of the Weavers Guild, and she has a small little loom in her house as well. So she often does weavings. She's got a few that she's made herself. She's got a beautiful one that's framed in her house that she's made. Yeah, she's also made her own carpet.
Wow. Okay, she does it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to mention is the with the scrappy bits and the pillowcases and all that you're doing. I love the fact that you use so much of what is happening there. You're using so much of your materials. And then I was thinking that, because we're makers and we love to make things, when you're ready to bring a new product to your website, I just started recently needle felting. So do you know what that is? Like you have prickly needles and you push the bits of wool into each other. Say it again.
Is it punch needle?
Well, needle felting, I think, is actually different. The needles are very fine.
Okay.
And so you basically are meshing the fibers from two different pieces of wool together. So
Oh.
I'm doing it with the ends of my projects instead of weaving in the ends. Sometimes I will needle felt them together, and then I just keep knitting.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, like a needle felting kit, like that had your scrappy bits and some kind of a project. I don't know if it would be needle felting onto fabric or into some kind of an object, or I don't know. But needle felting is like a new thing I'm like sort of paying attention to. And the colorful yarn would just be so fun to use. So yeah.
And what yarn weight do you use? do you use?
I think the basic idea is wool, any kind of wool,
Okay.
or probably animal fiber, will felt.
Okay.
And so like needle, I see people making toys, needle felting. And so the yarn weight can be whatever,
Okay.
you know. If it's like fingering weight yarn, it's going to be, there's just less fiber to connect to each other. But people are mostly, they'll use like, you know, like locks, like different small bits of yarn that are coming from the manufacturing process. Like the people that spin, you know, that spin fiber will have locks, and they will sometimes needle felt them onto scarves, and then it becomes like this decorative piece of art that you wear. So yeah, if you're not familiar, probably just Google, because I'm not very familiar with it.
Okay, no, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Very nice.
Yeah, I think we are done for today.
Yeah. Are there any? Because I see it's 7.
Yeah.
On the dot 7. Is there? Oh, it's 5 past. Is there any? Are there any questions? I'd also, before anyone disappears, I want to just remind everyone to please give your feedback on Event Hub. And yeah, if there are any questions, we're happy to stay and answer any questions that you have in the chat.
And
We can try.
I will stop the recording for now.
Okay.